Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
This defense for the Packers, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
They go back to Carson here on second.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd inches.
It's Franks now from the shotgun. He'll get this to the rookie from Florida. That's Kadarius Toney. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So, Charles, take nothing away from this young man under center, because I know people think he's got a very bright future in this league, but I have to figure the defensive coordinators love the thought of squaring off against a rookie quarterback.
And especially if they have guys they can put together a game plan with that's going to confuse, disguise a lot of coverage, make this kid think a little bit. Because in college, he's seen a lot of things. Let's not get it wrong here. But at the same time, in the NFL, you can do so much more because of the athletes you have, because of their football IQ. And don't forget, you're going to throw a couple extra rushers at him as well. See if he can handle the pressure when those guys come at him.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
The Franks looking to throw.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Working out of the gun, Franks.
That's complete into the hands of Carson. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 27-yard line. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
On 1st down, it's Carson. Now they can't bring him down. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Powers through him.
And this will go to Carson out wide.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Carson.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Franks. into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Well, we talked pregame about how we might have some twists and turns in this one, but how about this on the opening drive?
Well, they had a pretty good drive working, didn't they? So you wouldn't expect this ending, because what you were thinking was they're going to put it in the end zone themselves, not have it go the other direction.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. It's a big play there for Seattle. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And they go play action with Franks. And his throw here is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. About 3 yards there to the 27. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Franks now. That'll be caught. It's Toney.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Now it's Carson. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Now Franks. Touchdown! It's complete. Chris Carson, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
The 40. Kene Nwangwu.
He will score. Touchdown.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
5-3, their record at the halfway point. And you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple things working against them. And number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup there. Second down, Franks.
And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Looking to throw. Franks. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Setting up play action. Franks.
Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They run it with Carson.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Off the play fake. Here's Franks.
Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Here's a diving catch right side.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch. They'll run on 1st down. Carson. And just shutting him off there. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now a 2nd down throw. Here's Franks. Throw left side, complete to Toney.
Touchdown, Seahawks.
Kadarius Toney.
His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Taken from about the 12. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. They fake the handoff. Now Lance.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Devin White in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a fourth down.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on third down.
On now is the Packers punter.
Back deep is Kadarius Toney.
And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
It's Kyler Duggar who picks it.
And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore.
Come on and get it.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is now 21-14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
On play action, Lance. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Lance. Got a man, it's De'Ami Brown, complete.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
Play action, now it's Lance.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
And this is caught. He hits more. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. An incredible play there on 4th down in their own territory. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Handoff here to Nwangu.
Able to fight through 1 tackle. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
From the gun, it's Lance.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line.
Aleem McNeil
able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal.
A final shot before half for Lance.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And his kick is good. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the 2nd half. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half. But when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going?
Touchdown, Packers!
Kene Nwangwu
With his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front.
Coup for the extra point.
And that one gives them a 3-point lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Coup to kick off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense. But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
First down throw. Here's Franks.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Carson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
The Franks looking to throw.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And this one is incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Carson. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Back to throw. Franks.
He'll get that complete to Alberto.
And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. They run for it with Carson. And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Working out of the gun, Franks.
And he will find his big tight end over the middle. Touchdown! Albert O with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an... Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10.
On the give is Nwangwu. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Lance. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 15-yard line. On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Lance. Out to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What a savvy read by the running back. He saw his quarterback was out of the pocket in a little bit of trouble. He just broke off his route and took off deep downfield. Thought for a second there they had him, but they were unable to connect for a big play.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Kingsley Keke in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And his kick is good. And that'll bring him back within a point. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
A 3rd quarter now, to 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Franks now. He's going to take another shot here. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Throwing again, Franks on 2nd and 10. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. That's complete, Okuegbunam. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. On 1st down, here's Franks.
And his pass incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
A second down throw coming for Franks.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. 7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down.
Setting up play action. Franks.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Now Franks.
He's going to go up top again. And that is incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. He's going deep for Brown. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lance buying time to his left. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And Lance now to throw.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Franks now to throw on 1st down. A pass underneath for Carson.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Carson again.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they look for that final touchdown to salt this one away.
They'll try to run with Carson. And Carson unable to make it to the yellow line as the defense bottles him up.
Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
And now here in this situation, a field goal would still have them only up by 1 score, so I would think about going for it. Even if you don't get in, you put your defense in a really nice spot, making the offense go the long way to try and score.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2.
Franks.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He's back to throw. Rolling to his right.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Seahawks have just about sewn up this football game. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off at the 20. He's at the 40. Past the 20.
You know what? Why don't you just start
And
it?
into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
One final try now for Lance.
It's caught at the 1. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. I think we just witnessed the ultimate head-scratching moment. All they needed was the extra point to win the game, and they don't get the 2-point try. Why did they go for the 2-point conversion?
It is a head-scratcher, but I go back to when we sat down with them in our meeting, and they just kept coming back to special teams has just been not very good in practice this week. I wonder if that ghost loomed over them and decided not to kick it there and go for 2, but still, I think your odds are a whole lot better just snapping and putting it down and kicking.
Yeah, I'm not buying it. You got to kick the extra point.
Taken from about the 12. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
At their own 37-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime, obviously. Oh, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. We know there's already a spotlight on this rookie quarterback, an even bigger spotlight here in overtime of this game, a costly pick.
No doubt about that, but here's the key. Game's not over. He may very well get another shot at this thing, so now he's got to go to the sideline, hope his defense picks him up, and be ready to go back out there and maybe make a similar throw, hopefully successfully the next time.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
They'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On the run is Nwangu.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
On play action, Lance.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Devin White, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. And the defense is going to let him think about it a little as they use their 2nd timeout here. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and that changes everything here in OT. Well, when you get that ball in OT, that's not the chance you envision, and the long field goal attempt here winds up lacking.
And you don't want to hang too much of this on your kicker, but he's going to leave you in a tough spot as well because you give your opponents excellent field position to start their first drive.
And the linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
The Franks looking to throw.
And this will be incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
And the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
And this will go to Carson out wide. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down throw. Here's Franks.
There goes a deep ball. End zone. And this is going to be caught? No, they say it's incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Franks now on second down.
Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. This is Carson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. Now remember, this one is not over, but with the time running short here in this overtime, that could very well be the game winner.
Yeah, remember now, the other team does get a possession, but when the clock runs out, that's it. So that was a well-calculated drive to use up the majority of the clock and leave your opponent with little to no time left.